intellectual studying and contemplating, and then start meditating practice. On one is known as the more kind of easy to approach, called Hermitage level to practices. That is not really starting too much all that lot of variety, such as studying the Vinayas, Sutras, Abhidharma, commentaries on those teachings by great masters both in India and in Tibet, and kind of following all those teachings. Those are those are not the scholars which practice that. But this is more kind of easy approach as a hermitage. Many times in Tibet, the kusala yogum easy kind of you're going to the target, not just going through all the variety of the different edges and different sides, and coming right immediately coming back to the focal point of the practices. Whether you're studying and become the great scholars, you have to practice. Whether you didn't really study too much, but just receive the basic teachings of the authentic lineage instruction, and also need practice. Both need practices. Without the practices, realization will not grow. Even in the teachings, even you memorize all the teachings, even you know all of the teachings really thoroughly, but if we don't practice it, then you won't get realization. You will get some benefit, definitely benefit, but it is someone that is scholar, that kind of knows, or the expert knows all the treasures of the rich people or the king and queens, and even you know all those treasures, what they have, that won't help to that person who knows all the treasures, what they have. And one who practices that, then that's what really the important, need practices. And so therefore, the practice is so important, and this what we're following is the essential, simple practices of the how to get the enlightenment or the realization and fulfill the goals. In order to do these practices, as I mentioned always, and that we all need, you and me, everyone needs, strengthen our motivation, correct the motivation. More joy, more appreciation, more thankful, really bring up that attitude. Not just making up the joy that though grateful without any different reason and cover up that. No, we have so many reasons to be joy and appreciative and being grateful. Bring up those really good, make that highlight of the joy and appreciation and being grateful. That is the number one. In the Buddhism, that is foundation. And foundation of the practices, that is also center column of the practices. We need always joyful, we need always grateful, we need always be more kind of happy and contentment. Then the practice. And the second is the bodhicitta. Again, you heard so many times about the bodhicitta, and I heard so many times of the bodhicitta, but how much really we activate it. Even we know that meaning of the bodhicitta, how much we activate it. We have this time, not just only kind of on the intellectual level, but we have to bring up that from the heart, and bring up that love and kindness, compassion for all living beings. Our practice, our meditation, our study, whatever we do, which really that will help. Whatever we do is related with spiritual or Dharma, really wish that benefit for all sentient beings. At the same time, also in the teaching of mentioned, correcting ourselves, re-strengthen. If something that we're doing detour from the goal of the bodhicitta, center pathway of the bodhicitta, trying to come back. Who will correct? We, individually trying to correct that. That is known as practicing a Dharma. We're not always perfect. No one is perfect. Even though we have perfect, beautiful nature, but we make a lot of different kind of things happen. Even without any intention, due to our habit patterns. Habit pattern is not just only we developed this lifetime. According to teaching, it developed so long ago, so many lifetimes before. Therefore, this kind of all the old habits and unwholesome habit pattern, we don't have to make effort to come. It just comes so easy. We become the master of the unwholesome habit pattern. Really, that's it. Therefore, we need to correct ourselves. For that reason, great teacher Buddha Shakyamuni said, be yourself teacher, or being teacher to yourself as your teacher. Who will do? You will do the best. You will, not by someone correcting. Correct yourself. That is known as mindfulness. That is wisdom. That is intelligence. That is smart moves. Correcting that out. Really, that is what in the teaching always mentioned is true. With that both each other attitude with right, correct those things, both each other, and then do the purity understanding, realization in Vajrayana teaching state. How to begin the purity state? Again, of course, 3 Vajrayana stages. But how to begin that? At least have the pure perceptions, not to become judgmental, not to become skeptical, doubt and hesitation, kind of suspicious to everyone, including even our own shadow. Shadow, we start kind of having doubt and hesitation, become so skeptical. That won't lead anything. It will make more dilemma, more kind of cornered ourselves, more to the dark side, and really won't bring anything. Bring more pure perceptions. That is the beginning of the purity understanding realizations. Nature is pure, but that purity state is not just also blind believing that. With intelligence, wisdom, bring up that. Always wisdom with you, your wisdom or our wisdom, your and my wisdom to be always with our own activities. Our activities of the body, speech, mind is guided by wisdom and mindfulness. Mindfulness and wisdom are combined together. It's very special. It's our own intelligence, our own treasures, and have those. And then bring them all, realize that we can have those thoughts. All these 3 Vajrayana states. Vajrayana form, all the forms that are enlightened. That's what called Vajrayana teaching. Esoteric Buddhism, Vajrayana. All is the Vajrayana forms. And all is the Vajrayana song. And all mind and space are Vajrayana mind. It's natural. Naturally enlightened status. Why? Again, deep down, if we go deep down, why it is? Because our mind, our nature of mind is already enlightened, according to the absolute teachings of the already enlightened. This whole display, the form and the sound and the space is display of originally from our own mind. From our mind. That's really according to teaching. Even though this moment looks like very different, distant. Distant is all these poems and songs are very distant from us, and we are here, kind of that. But that's the code known as dualities. Duality blocks. Reality, all forms are in that display of our own nature of mind. Ask to our dreams. For example, when we're dreaming, we have homes, we have mountains, we have a house. We have sound, somebody is talking or singing. And each time we are thinking, what this, that thing. Each time. Where that all display come from? Is nothing but our mind. All is mind. Similarly, and for that reason, one in some teaching said, we are in a sleeping, deep duality dream. We sleep and then display all things, making it become so regimented, so tight, so separate. But reality, nature is flexible, nature is pure, and in enlightened states. For that reason, the vision of the enlightenment, vision of the Buddhas are pure. Because they don't have habit pattern of the dualities, it cleared away. And they now completely wisdom display, compassion, wisdom and compassion, union state, all displays are the enlightenment and wisdom display. Often we heard, Pure Land is display of the wisdom and compassion. Because of that Buddhas, enlightened beings, what that's reflected, all forms. So that is, to begin with that, called pure perception, or purity, understand the realization. So have more fun of purity, understand all those qualities. That's the really how we began practice. Those are known as the correct in our motivation, at least kind of lining up to the reality where the nature it is, not just always stay in the kind of like narrow habit pattern corner that we are hanging out all the time. We're not trying to change the course, trying to changing the way of our thinking and bring back to our original qualities. So those are known as motivations. Motivation, intention is so important. And now